conversation with Prem. So, Prem, what emerging trends in the industry excite you, and how are they influencing the product strategy these days? So, you must have heard about lots of product managers talking about AI, ML, natural language processing. So, what is the one feature or one trend that excites you the most?
AI is the buzzword, and we look at right like for product managers, it actually helps them to reduce a lot of effort on manual effort, especially right like writing or like formatting the business case in the right way, or like doing some research with respect to certain features or products, right? Like with AI, this is reduced, so that is something that is trending. And of course, right, like with the AI, a lot of things, right, like we are trying to solve a lot of users problem, or reduce manual effort, and AI would be a great advantage in that area. And with respect to emerging trends, like a lot of opportunities are there with respect to product, right? Like how do I cross collaborate with certain products in order to achieve certain things? So there is a delay, or like the time to go to market is much faster these days. And also the analyzing what could be the root cause that is causing this, or identifying that area, would actually help, right? Like currently what we do is like we kind of solve problems that are on a creamy layer, and sometimes that helps in solving the problem for now. But if you look at for organizations to look at in a longer run, a lot of startups, especially in that area, kind of like fall under this. And with respect to certain things like optimizing, we kind of like over optimize certain things, like we try to make it very perfect in a way. But actually if you look at for a longer run, while we are doing over perfection here, the trends could change, or even right like we might have to go to the next level where what we are trying to do now would not be even required for the future. So we have to look at what actually matters for the users and take it forward. So these are some of the emerging trends that I feel, and I'm little excited about that as well.
Great. Continuing our conversation with Prem. Prem, I want to ask you one burning question from lots of youngsters who want to get into product management. What traits do you prioritize when hiring a product manager?
Mm, like a particular 1 hour interview or a 45 minutes interview would not actually give us a lot with respect to hiring a person, right? Like, and with respect to product managers that I look at, it's not just about what skill sets they bring, right? Like, it's also about whether they are ready to grow with the organization, like any product for that matter, right? Like, you have to look at a longer run, like for a product to mature or a product to grow, how reliable that person is. And that is something crucial that I constantly look at. And also certain things about how well they are managing their time, because it would be a very hard thing. And some people would always be right like, I want to build new things. Like, do they have the perfect balance of optimizing how they currently have, and what could be done better?
Okay. So just piggybacking on that question, Prem, there are lots of resumes which you might have seen, right? While recruiting product managers, most of them might be having a business analysis, profile or experience, and they think that there's a natural progression to product management. What are your thoughts on that?
Like like of course like your background in what you have worked with would be an advantage when you start a career with product management. I completely agree. But if you are looking at what the product requires, right, like we have to look at from the product's perspective, what skill set that the product would need in order to get it better, or like in order for the product to solve a user's problem. So at times, right, like that nature is really important. And it's not of course skill sets like business analysis or design, or even data, right, like would help in certain areas, but it's not the deciding factor, right? Like for a product, say if it's a product about solving user need with respect to certain things, and that area, like who has the experience on that, or who has that like more closer to what how they would
Incline.
to solve. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Just one last question, one follow-up question. Does title matter? So if someone is approaching you for a product management position, and if they have business analysis title, or let's say sales professional or anything else, right? Something related to product management, does that matter while hiring a person for your team?
To me, if that was looked at, I would not have transcends into this product management roles, right? Like, so I was in social media to start with, and that got evolved to product management career. So titles that does not really matter, but of course, right? Like there is a traditional way of hiring, and there is a casual way of hiring, and for organizations, like the traditional way is not well. Yet fully established. Like a lot of organizations have gone into that casual level where they know, like they even hire the users in order to solve the problems, right? Like especially like as I was mentioning earlier as well, Zomato, who started looking at like delivery agents to look at to build an app for their delivery agencies. So how do they make a difference, right? Like they know what kind of problems, like they are a little closer to the product as well. There is an advantage and disadvantage in those cases, but it's very specific to the product or the feature that we are trying to build, and the recruiters have to make a gamble, right? Like this is what would actually solve, and it's good to try both, and here title does not actually matters a lot is what I feel.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing all the insights with us, Prem. It was a pleasure having you with us on the show. Thank you so much for your time.